That was the thing about happiness. Like, happiness for me was like, what did I like when I was a kid? Because if I don't know now, the only point of reference I have is when I was happy. So when was the last time I was happy? Okay, I was a kid. That was the beginning of the conversation for me. Okay, I used to love drawing horses. So I would draw horses. I would draw them running. I would draw them in trees. I would draw them in the wild. I would draw them in herds. And I started drawing horses again. And I was like, wow, this is kind of interesting that even at 23, 24, 25, when I was doing it, it's bringing me that same kind of happiness. So there must be something in me that never died. Mm-hmm. So then what was it that he was looking for? What is it that, what was fulfilling? What was exciting for him? And if I can feel it now, then he must still exist. And that was that was the light bulb that went off. So then I started asking questions to myself. When was there a time when I wanted love and I didn't get it? I would fill in the blank and then give it to myself. When was there a time when I didn't feel safe or provided for? Fill in the blank.
Right.
I would give it to myself. But then when we talked about, internal and evidence, I would then see what would happen when I would give it to myself, what it would do for me as the man today. And the kind of like reassurance and peace to where I wouldn't send that text at 10 o'clock about like, what you up to, what you're doing. I wouldn't go drink that fifth glass of whiskey. I wouldn't go, I don't smoke weed, but let's just say for the sake of it, I wouldn't go get high for hours on end. I'm not knocking these recreational things, but people use them as ways to mask what they're really feeling and what they're going through. Mm-hmm. So when I was finding these things to mask and to really escape whatever I was going through, when you start to heal that child, you find out that you don't need as much as you think you do, because you start to heal each part of you. Wholeness doesn't mean that cracks never existed. And I think that's part of the journey that I would love for people to really understand, is that you're on your journey to wholeness, but that doesn't mean those cracks that were there never existed and don't make whatever this is still a part of you. So that's what it was when it came to discovering the inner child and what cracks lived inside of me, and how could I fill those cracks with the love that I needed and not something temporary that in a matter of moments could be gone and that crack was exposed again.